Hi everyone. I'm not calling it. I'm not going to say good morning. I just said it because I don't think it is. It's going to be a disaster. Oh, hello chair. I was just climbing in the roof. I was just up in the roof. That was fun. I came in this morning and all the power turned on, but none of the networking stuff was working. My Alexa couldn't connect to the internet, even though the internet was up. None of my devices, I couldn't communicate with any devices through Alexa or even through my app. So like my solder extraction, the logo, the printer, 3D printer saying it was offline. Like, I don't know what happened. Maybe there was a power failure or something overnight. Oh, I'm a bit flustered, guys. So I had to go up in the roof twice and, oh, hang on. No, I thought I cracked a tile up in the roof, but I've just got some stuff hanging out. I don't want to go up there again. I'm covered with stuff down my back. It's not how I planned this morning. And the light is super bright against me because I've got another lighting on here right now, but I'm going to have to be able to see what I'm working on over there. I don't know if the logo is now working. I did fix it all yesterday. Chat, they're talking and the logo. I now installed multiple versions of Python on my machine and I've got the correct Python working for whatever. Anyway, so maybe someone should try it. Maybe I'll try it.
Unexpected Maker says hello.
And the logo changed. Okay, yay! One thing worked. But the A...
Alan Madsen says hate all.
That sounded like hate all instead of hey to all. Anyway, so the A thing over in the corner, I can't communicate with anything. I don't know why. Anyway, we're back up. We've got talking. We've got logo. Whew. I don't know how long it's all going to stay together for.
Christian Iverson says unicorn farts.
Rick the Almighty says hate all.
Rat Madness says this is the voice of world control.
If that's the voice of world control, world's in trouble, let me tell you. And my coffee's not even remotely warm. I got in early. My plan was to have this early and then make myself another one for the stream, but of course didn't have time. So I'm now drinking lukewarm coffee. Oh well. No laser on. Hey Michael, good morning. Wait, now you gotta do GIF. If it's
Wagon Load says I hope I'm not too late.
Nope, just on time. Michael, you gotta do logo GIF and then the name of the GIF. Put in as a heat wave. We have it's freezing here at the moment. We just got told it's going to be pouring rain for the next like 5-6 days straight. No, logo, GIF, and then Pac-Man in the same thing. Someone else just did it. Who just changed it?
Super Chat!
Super Chat's working.
The Paul Jones says Cian.
Hey day, Paul Jones. Why are we singing Sion?
The Embedded Hobbyist says we could download some heat.
It is user-friendly. It's the same commands as always. GIF, Pac-Man. Like that. See? Look, one day I'll change it all. One day I'll rewrite it all. I'll add more things. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be a huge priority. And people don't like me coding on stream.
Amory Jackwood says good evening everyone.
Good evening. I tell you what, it looks like the sun is going to burn my scalp. Sorry, I'm a bit flustered. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all well. I've not shown any Juki stuff. I know there is no snow GIF. I'm halfway through editing the unboxing video, the delivery video, and it's too long. So I thought about cutting it into days. I got 4 days worth of footage, 117 minutes of footage I took. Yeah, it is. It's too cold, AJ. Way too cold. So I don't know. I think I'm going to have to just recut it. Kevin, hello, mate. recut it all into a very small delivery video. And
Christian Iverson says, did it get the name?
I don't know what that means. Did who get what name? Cut the whole thing down into a delivery video and then flesh it out on some subsequent videos, because I go into a lot of detail about it all. Like as I'm during the days, like I show stuff being done and show different steps we took and go around and talk about a whole bunch of stuff. So it's just too long. Like I've spent 6 hours editing it so far, and I've managed to get it down to 53 minutes from 1 hour 17. It's too long. I'm not releasing a 40-minute video, so I'll have to do it in sections or something. That's why I haven't released it yet. And it's hanging around like a bad smell. Like it's.
Wagon Load says, did you get the Juki yet?
Yeah, the Juki's in and going, and I've been manufacturing with it. That's what I'm just talking about. I need to publish the delivery video. I need to finish the delivery video. Anyway, so there's lots of Juki stuff coming. There is. I've taken so much footage. That hour and 17 minutes I took is just the 4 days, the commissioning and setup. I've taken stacks of videos since then. I filled my phone twice. I've had to just keep deleting stuff off my phone. So I'll work it out. I'll start flooding the channel with Juki videos at some point. Okay, not first. It's definitely not first. Next, let's say hi to folks in the chat. Bon Gnome 2, hello, good morning. Adam P, Jerry, Beata, hello. Christian, hello. Dave Paul Jones, oh hey me duck. Okay. And Christian Arveson, hello. Alan Madsen, Cable Tie, hello. Wow, you were here early. I missed you at the start. Graham, hi. Dutch Taurus. Sid, hi. Chris Giorgio, hello. No, Georgie, not Giorgio. I apologise. Chris Georgie. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I'm flustered. Amla, hi. Andy Mouse, Johnny. Rota, hello. Henrik. Joe, hi. Is there a cow in the room? Thought I heard a moo. Oh, that was me. Yes, always cows. Andrew, hello. Embedded Hobbyist, hi. Did I say Dutch Taurus? I think I did, but I'm saying it again. AJ, good morning. David Essa, hello. Okay, this scrolling is not working. So Kevin, hi. Alan, hello. Zubir, hi. Okay, I've lost my list. Bruce, I'm going backwards now. Freakocious. Probably got that wrong. Hello. Hello, Kevin. Mad Techie, that's a different Kevin. Hobabu. X-Micron. Can anyone make their names easy for me to pronounce? I'm having a bad day. Island Monkey, hi. Stephen, hello. Dave Harris. Wagon Loads. Dishipu, hello. Paul's Projects, hi. Mr. England. I like coding, building, and anything on stream. Thank you, Mr. England. Most people don't like me coding on stream. I don't like me coding on stream. Hello, Brad. Hello, Pat. Hello, Emery. And Michael. I said hi to Michael already. Rob. Hello, Rob. Oh, my watch just went ping. Why did my watch go ping? I don't know. Never enough cows. I agree, 100%. Did I miss anyone? If I did, I apologize. Keep the long version unlisted and the link. I know I don't want to edit 2 versions. Like, it's taken me 6 hours so far, and I haven't even, I probably got close to halfway. It's just, I don't have another 6 hours or more to finish a long cut. RTX 5090, oh, give me a break. Coding on stream is fine, other people commenting and giving advice while your coding is No, my coding on stream is pretty bad as well, though, just to say. I know sometimes I get dubious advice from people, conflicting advice, but my coding itself is pretty rough as guts. It's rough as guts anyway, but on stream it's even harder. It's that pressure, that extra pressure. Can I say the word water? What's wrong with water? What have I done? Water. I can't do the American version. Water. No. Raw cut for patrons. Oh, maybe. What? An hour and 17 minutes. Jesus. I don't think YouTube have enough server space for that. I'm just kidding. Water. What did I say? Wattle? I don't know what I said that everyone thinks is so funny. Water. That's how it's pronounced here. No, like, anyway. Anyway. Let's all pick on Sion's pronunciation today. Yeah. So it's Blizzard Day. It's pretty fitting because it's freaking freezing. I just had my heater on since I got here. I just turned it off. It was a little bit noisy. The extremities of my fingers are, I don't even know if I could place 0603 parts with the tweezers right now, let alone 0402 parts with my frozen fingers. I need to warm them up. I might have to stick my hands in the microwave. What do you think? The Aussie way of saying it sounds nice. I don't think anything Aussies say sounds nice. We have the terrible accent. Vote number 1 for the full uncut, unlisted if necessary. Okay, maybe. Well, no, not the full uncut, like the 50-minute version, not the hour 17, because that's just got crap in it that had to come out. Double takes of videos and things, and, you know, like me recording and suddenly my phone coming up saying, oh, you're full, and losing a whole bunch of stuff. Straya! Hey, Razorburn! Straya! Yes.
Alan Madsen says Amazon turn heat up.
Yeah, we're terrible with R's at the end of words, or anywhere. But, yeah. So I'm just reading backwards. I've got all the ski cue on and it's still cold. Yeah, it's, hey Jetty Kid. It wasn't pleasant to get up this morning, and I had a terrible night's sleep. Not that you all need to know that. It doesn't matter. Maybe I'm just preparing everyone for a disaster build today. I don't know. But, just had a completely interrupted sleep all night. So, I'm not looking for...
Load says you need Wallace and Gromit heated tweezers.
Why Wallace and Gromit ones? But heated tweezers sounds good. I've got heated tweezers. They just get a little bit too hot. Wait, it's cold over there. Yeah, well, for us it's cold. I mean, sure. It's not Siberia, but those people that live in Siberia get used to the temperature. It's, yeah. So you still have time to do some woodworking. Well, I did recently. I built some shelves. I got myself a new track saw, and I built shelves downstairs for my stock product boxes. So occasionally, and I've just taken possession of a whole bunch of aluminium extrusion downstairs, stacks of 2020 and 2040, and I've got a delivery of 4040 coming, and I've got some stuff to build. I've got a feeder rack to build, I've got a bench to build, and I'm hoping to have enough left for some more real storage racks. So I'm doing a bit of that as well, and I'm just still trying to get all my stuff over onto the Juki to be able to manufacture.
The Paul Jones says tell us about the new unexpected makers BLIZZARDS3.
Sure. Well, I will in a moment. We'll get to that, because once I start on that, it's all over. I wonder if these stats in YouTube are correct. What does it, guys? What does it say my concurrent viewers, or my current viewers are? Views on the thing. Sadly, off to work. What? You're starting work early, Razorburn. Anyway, have a good day at work. Thanks for joining in. 65. Yeah, that's seems low. Maybe no one cares about what do you call it? BLIZZARDS3 FPGAs. Don't know. Hey, Yumbo Prime. Yes, Graham, exactly. It's freezing, coffee's cold, poor sleep, network crash. Let's go. 60. I mean, a low number's good because the chat doesn't go crazy. But, yeah, weird. Oh, and it's going down. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I got my Rev 2 of my, or it's actually revision 5 of my Blizzard S3 boards. This is the revision. Well, this This says R3. It was actually revision 4. I forgot to change the label. I didn't build anything before revision 4. So does it run Warcraft, StarCraft? I don't know. It can run Doom. So that's good. So I never built a revision 1, 2, or 3. This is a 4, and my current board, which is over there, is a 5. Diablo, yeah, it plays Diablo 4. I'm using Apple's new game porting tool, and I've actually ported Diablo 4 to the Blizzard S3. It's wicked. Yeah, you can see like 4 pixels on screen. I'm just kidding. What kind of FPGA? It's an ICE 40 5 up. So it's the same ICE 40 FPGA that's on the Icebreaker and stuff like that. Thank you. Thanks, Michael. 2 equals 1. No, that is not what Apple's new game porting tool is. It's absolutely not, and it's freaking phenomenal. And let's not go into it. It's an absolute game changer, that their porting tool, yeah, it really is. But anyway, that's for another day. What do you think when you design a complete new board and it works for the first revision? Feels weird, right? Absolutely. And my version 4 did work, surprisingly. I thought there was a problem with it, but there wasn't. I discussed earlier. I just got the serial in, serial out initialized the wrong way around. No, wine wouldn't help. Anyway. Okay, I'm not getting into the whole Apple discussion. I'm staying out of it. So it did work first time, which is great, but I've had to make some changes to it. I changed some I/O around, and I added an external oscillator. So my revision 5 board is on there's one on a turntable right now. I'm gonna build it like this. I'm not gonna do it over the microscope. I'm not gonna show you over the microscope. Just too awkward moving it around, and I can't see if you can see. So I've set up the DSLR kind of next to it, so you'll see me spinning around and building the board, and that's about as good as I'm going to get. So you're gonna have to and it's about as in focus as I can get. Apples are so slow, they only have a single core. That's actually really funny. That's actually good. I like that. But first I have to paste up a board. Should we just get onto it? The other thing that happened overnight was, my kids came home yesterday. So Yuz and the kids were in South Australia. They came home yesterday, and everyone, we jumped on the bed, we're all chatting, blah, blah, blah.
Cable tie says go.
Okay, cable tie, I will. Quick question, now that you have the Juki, is it changing your approach to designs? It's not... Hi, Clef, by the way. Other than being confident that I can now place O201 components very reliably, and my Blizzard S3 actually has O201 on there. Other than that, not really. Being able to actually reliably build double-sided boards gives me a lot more, confidence in getting out my my bling boards, which are very double-sided, and it's just fast and accurate. Just fast and accurate. So that's So it's more about just confidence, just knowing that it goes. Anyway, someone kicked out the power cable of my phone charger last night. So I got up this morning and my phone was on 3%. So it's currently plugged in. Now, remember we had that time where my phone was plugged in charging and there was a funny noise on the computer? Is there any funny noise? I just want to know now. No? Yes? We frozen? Just my voice? Hey, Keen! Keen! You're awake! Or you haven't gone to bed yet? Simon G, hello! Let's see, I'm talking. Damn it. Okay, well, if only... Maybe I should get rid of me talking and just put the music on. And Geordie T, hello. Okay, cool. Okay, well, we should go. We should start. That's the end of my coffee. Oh no. Can someone bring me a coffee? Stat. Who's the closest? That might be Cable Top. No, actually, no, Michael. Michael's, yeah. No. Okay. Now, I actually need to build a couple of boards, but I'm just going to start with one. I need to build 3, but let's just see if one works. I'm not going to build 3 and discover that all 3 don't work. So I'm going to move over to there now. Hopefully, you'll still be able to hear me. And you'll hear me loud enough. If not, I can always switch to my lapel mic. I don't
Alan
even know.
Madsen says you need a mug to reuse it.
I need a what? Actually, my lapel mic isn't even plugged in or charging. So that is a problem. I'm gonna... Where's my other charger? Dun, dun, dun. Uh-oh. One. Okay, I seem to be missing. I'm gonna, I seem to be missing a charging cable. Did I steal it for something? I might have stopped. Yes, I did. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, I'm gonna plug this in. I'm gonna charge it just in case I need to use it. I don't know how long.
Matachi says, do you still need your inspection robot, or is the placement Reflow almost perfect now?
The placement is 100% perfect, insanely perfect, but I still need inspection. Excuse me. But that's probably now going to turn into just a camera over the conveyor and like a TV screen or a monitor, 4K monitor, 4K camera over the conveyor, rather than an inspection robot that actually goes and checks everything. But the placement is 100% spot on. It's uncanny, but it's exactly what it should be. Yeah, lagging badly here too. Keep getting spinning wheel and dropping. Back a minute. Okay, I've got no drop frames here. Maybe just like refresh your browser. Control Alt Delete. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing any lag here. There's no drop frames, but who knows? What does this board do? ESP. Hey, Kevin. So, Reed, hello. So this, okay, so for those that aren't aware, this is a hybrid ESP32S3 and ICE40 FPGA board. It's a combo board. It's basically my tiny S3 with an FPGA extension. Hang on. What screen? I bet you it won't be capturing. Oh, it did. Look at that. No, that is not. What? See that again? That what you're seeing on the screen right now is a saved buffer of something else. That is actually not what is on my screen right now. What keeps happening with this? Okay, that's what's on my screen right now. Okay, so this is the board. So it's basically, this is the tiny S3 on this side, and then this is the ICE40 on this side, but they are connected, they're glued together, so you can communicate between the two. You flash the ICE40 from the S3, you can talk to it via SPI peripheral or UART or I2C, whatever you want, and they can run independently or they can run together. And nicely lined pin up, thanks Keen. And you've got power control over the 3.3 and 1.2 volt rails of the FPGA, so you can shut it down if you want to put the S3 into deep sleep, or you can leave it running. It's up to you. There are 1, 2, 3, six I/O shared between the two. And then is it 6 or maybe it's 7, 4, 5, could be 6. And then you've got one PMOD set up on the side with match length pairs, differential pairs, and then you've got there we go. Then you've got additional I/O here, so you've got 6 at the top, another 5 at the bottom. So remember, this here on this side down there is all S3. And when's it, I don't know when it's going live, but this will be on Crowd Supply. It's already been approved for Crowd Supply. So my plan right now is to build the Rev 5s. I have designed a Rev 6, but it doesn't need to go to Rev 6. It's just something else I was thinking of trying. Is the RF section based on a reference design or best guesses? Well, it's not, can't be based on a reference design because it. Okay, so just with RF, folks, you can't implement a reference design unless your board is exactly the reference design. Because if your board is not the reference design, you can't use the RF from the reference design because the RF will be totally different. No, this is matched, but it needs tweaking. But this is matched. So this has got 6 matching components on it for the RF. Yeah, this is a very unconventional and not what you would do for RF, this layout. Just to give you an idea here, this here, like this is a laughable RF layout. Laughable as in there is no RF reference design from any antenna company or any microcontroller company that shows you anything like this, because this is not what you do. But that doesn't mean this can't work. It just has to be tuned accordingly, right? But at the end of the day, there is no place I can stick the antenna on the corner of a board anywhere. I mean, I've got pins everywhere on the corners, and I can't put the antenna here all the way over here when my chip is here. So this is the best compromise I can come up with. And does it work? Absolutely. Does it need continued tuning? Yes. And I can't finish the tuning until the final board layout is done, right? The other option is a UFL connector, right? But that also doesn't help. Like, if I can't get 50 ohms here matched, then I can't do it for a UFL connector either, right? So it's the same problem. But with a UFL connector, I don't have to tune the antenna.
Wagonload says you use vias as part of the ground plane.
Are you using vias as part of the ground plane? I don't understand what you mean. What do you mean as part of, like, you have to stitch the whole board, like, with vias. You can't have ground planes that are not stitched together. So, was that an echo? I'll turn the volume down a bit. They're stitched. You can see that they're stitched. Like, anyway, yeah. That's a default thing that you have to have, wagon loads. Well, firstly, they're not next to any high-speed lines. Where are they next to high-speed lines? I mean, you haven't seen my routing. Have I got a working board, Chris? I haven't built one yet. So I'm not worried about crosstalk. I'm not worried about FPGA high speed. Well, firstly, there are no high speed lines near the antenna, and you got to define near the antenna. And ultimately, this is the design. And if it doesn't suit someone's purpose, don't use it. This is not, okay, just to be clear, this is not designed to be a super duper FPGA board. There are plenty of those out there already. Oh, I need to head out. Okay, catch you later, Keen. Hey, Ian. How you doing? This is designed to be a hybrid, tinkering, learning, easy introduction to FPGAs for folks in the microcontroller space. Well, there are wires around. Like, are the wires not big enough for you to see? Wagon loads? They're massive. Yes, there's lots of wires. Too many wires. There are so many drills that I have to pay extra, actually, which really sucks. Yeah. Yeah, so Chris, I think you're worried about things that aren't applicable to this board. They're just not applicable. Like, yeah. If you need an FPGA board with super fast, completely isolated I/O that doesn't have any interference from anything else, use a different FPGA board. I don't really care about what level of reliability it is. If the things that I want this board to do, it does, and it does well, then that's what we're after. Yeah, does that make sense? Otherwise, I wouldn't be putting any of... Like, if I was worried about any of that, then all of this would be taken off the board, and I'd be building a completely different board. I don't think you can have too much ground bias. You can when you have to pay for them. Is the networking going to work consistently with FPGAs flipping bits quickly? We'll find out, won't we, Chris? Like, it'll work as well as it does. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can do about the board that's going to make it work any better. Like, it is what it is. So, no, wires aren't used to boost antenna efficiency. Wires are used to stitch ground planes together.
Cable tie says, yeah, let's find out.
Stitching ground planes together is for optimal return paths. It's not for boosting RF. The radiated, like, every antenna is different, and antennas require different characteristics of your board layout. This particular antenna radiates through a solid ground plane. The stitching is to help with return loss or return paths and EMI, basically, right? Not to do with antenna radiation efficiency. Just set your slew rates appropriately. How dear, let's see on build one so we can see. Yeah, okay, let's build one. Yeah, MC is fake news. That's funny. We should build one this morning. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to build one this morning. I'm going to go over to the bench. I need to paste up a board first. Now, the DSLR might wobble a little bit. It's on a bit of janky stand. I'll do my best. I can't actually see what it is. Oh, hang on, maybe. Hang on. If I move this over here, oh, that's not going to be good. Maybe but I can't see chat now. Okay, I'm moving over. Can everyone hear me okay? Hopefully you can all hear me okay. Maybe I'll be able to... I can kind of see... Yep.
Yonder Prime says yes.
Awesome. Okay, so I've got a screen in front of me over here. I can kind of see the OBS window, so I can see if I knock the DSLR at all, maybe, so I can hopefully fix it, and I can see a bit of chat. Not all of chat, but a bit of chat. The last bit of chat I can see.
Robbie says yes, can hear you well enough.
Excellent. Okay, and I've got my iBomb set up here. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out the way. And I haven't even opened the stencil. Oops. So I've got a board. I've got a little adapter I made. I have tape and scissors. The stencil is a bit bent, which sucks. Okay, I'll try to remember to talk a bit louder, just in case. I'm just cutting tape. I'm gonna tape out. Let's see if I can align this thing. Okay. So I can't see the
Rayburn says evening everyone.
evening. I can't see. Yeah. I can't see all the holes.
Dave Odessa says you sound like you're in the dunny.
No, I'd be singing then. Okay, I think that's gonna be good enough. Now I don't know what paste I'm gonna use. Both my low temp pastes have expired, I believe. Okay, I'll try this one, but I have a feeling that this is gonna not reflow nicely. But I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Wagon Load says, did you give up on using the stencil vacuum bed?
No, that's downstairs. That's for frame stencils. I don't use it for prototyping. That's pointless using it for prototyping. Okay, so this, I'm pretty sure this paste is foobar, but it'll reflow. It just might be a challenge to reflow. Okay. Is that straight? I hope it's straight. Okay, here we go. One pass. No. Close. Damn. I'm just scraping the top off. It was okay. It wasn't my best work, but I should have taped the bottom of the board. That would have helped. I was trying to hold the stencil still as I scraped. I could have taken 5 more seconds, put tape on the bottom of the board, and that would have alleviated that problem. But it's pretty good. It's very good, in fact. Very good. Okay, stencil. Put that over here. Put my cover back on my paste, my shoddy paste, and get the board out. Now, one thing I don't have here today, unfortunately, is my headers for my PMods. They're coming today. They were supposed to be here a few days ago from LCSC with a bunch of other stuff, but of course they got delayed in Singapore. Now, can everyone see? Is that which way do we go? Is that? Try to get it centered for you, even though that might be awkward for me, but that's fine. Okay, so is this working okay? Hey, Quindor. Are we still going? I hope the internet's still going. Okay, so I hope I've got all the parts I need here. If not, we're in trouble.
Gerald42 says looking good.
Looking good? Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm going to run out of 1 microfarad caps. I bet you I don't have any upstairs. I have to go. Oh, maybe. Okay, here we go. Nervous. Very nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous. Okay. So I'm used to moving this around as I'm working. Hopefully it'll be okay.
Wagon Load says, is there an optimum working temperature for applying paste?
Not cold. If it's it's like, you want it room temperature, and it's very much not room temperature in here right now. So and there's really not much I can do about it. But the paste is also, like, it looks okay here, but I know when I reflow it, that the flux is going to burn off too quickly. And I know that because it happened to me the other day. So, no, I don't think I'll do that one as a 1. Okay, is that still in? Okay, good. Still in view. Wait, where was that? Yeah, it's also a 1. That's a 1.
Younger Prime says, do you apply paste manually for each panel?
No, I've got an auto, like I've got a solder paste machine for pasting my panels, like on my line, a fully automatic machine. But I do also still use my manual one, so it just depends on what I'm making. If I'm doing a short run of something, it's easier to load the frame stencil on my manual stencil printer with the vacuum bed and do it on that, because the amount of paste I have to put into the machine and stuff like that is a lot. So the setup time isn't worth it if I'm just doing a
Wagon Load says, I really love your turntable design.
Thank you. I've got a slightly newer revision I'm working on, just haven't got around to finishing it. But yeah, this is, I've built a lot of stuff on this. I like it. Sorry, what was I just saying? Yeah, sometimes it's just easier to do it on that. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna be about 2 or 3 short. That's annoying. Maybe. Okay. So what I'm placing right now is for this is the 3.3 volt line for the FPGA, the rail. Yeah, I'm going to be too short, I think. As in the number 2. This is the 1.2 volt rail.
Younger Prime says, don't you need magnifying glass?
I've got a microscope I'm looking through. Normally I'd show you through the microscope, but yeah, it's too hard to work that way for me. And I have no 1 microfarad caps up here. I'm gonna have to go open a reel. Oh my gosh, that is so frustrating, just for 2 of them. Okay, back in a moment. I need to go get a reel of 1 microfarad 0402 caps. Downstairs. It's freezing. I should put the kettle on while I'm at it, but I'm not. Okay. I have a whole reel
Magtachi says blah blah blah.
that I have to now open. Where's my little filler thingo? Okay, I wonder if you can see that. Is this in the view? Kind of. This will be interesting. See if I can do this under the microscope on camera without flinging parts everywhere. So I'm going to pull the cover tape off the whole reel. Okay, here we go. Might as well just fill it right up. If I can, or this. Oh, am I bouncing off? It's like a waterfall. Okay, that'll do for now. Fix that reel. Now we have lots of them. Yay! I only needed 2 more, but okay. So there. We're back in. We in view. I hope so. Okay, there and there. Okay, yay, we've done a whole bunch of caps. Now, let's go to 0.1 microfarad caps. So I've got 14 of those to place. That'll be fun. Not too bad. I'm seriously waiting, like, for that coffee. Where's that coffee? No, that is not. Really? That is not what I...
Wagon Load says do the same size rules for caps apply to SMD cap. Bigger values dictates bigger body size.
Yeah, usually, yep. But only slightly. Like it depends. Like the 0.1s and the 1s are the same size, pretty much, and they don't get much smaller, but they'll get a little bit taller, but the length and width is the same. If that makes sense for an 0402 component, it has to be. Like you can't. What? Yeah. Okay. You can't have different lengths and widths for an 0402 component, because then it'll be out of spec. Okay, I do lots of spinning, sorry folks. I don't know if I'm going to place all of the RF components today. I might. There's a lot of them, and it's going to need tuning anyway, so I just don't know if it's worth doing that. The other thing is I might have left a cap off here for the oscillator. We'll see. Just going to quickly shove some 15 picofarad caps on for the crystal, 40 megahertz crystal. Even though I'm still doing 0.1s. Okay. So that's 0.1. Okay.
Cable tie says gotta jump in the car. After work I'll be listening for the next while. See all you lovelies later.
See you later, Peter. Have a good day, mate. And yeah, don't watch it while you're driving, please. Okay. Two, yeah. What? Okay. So many caps. Jeez. Just wait till I get to the 0201 components. That should be fun. Okay, I think that is all of the caps. Hey Lua, this is my Blizzard S3. Do we interfere with cable tie? Not here. That's actually funny. It's a Blizzard S3. It's a hybrid FPGA and ESP32 S3 board. Okay, so let's get another. So this is the 3.3 LDO for the FPGA, and the, where did I put it? Here, here's a 1.2 volt one. I'm just getting out now. It's just on tape. So let's get one of these out. So I'm using the same brand, same style, same package as my 3.3s, but yeah, as I said, it's a 1.2. Okay, put that away. Now I'm pretty sure that okay, we'll get to those. Let's do some larger caps. These are 10 microfarad 0603s. I'm actually going to do it out of order now. I'm just going to go all over the place. Rock and roll. I only really need the I-bomb stuff for a couple of parts for the FPGA side.
Wagon Load says my fear is designing a PCB where the SMD caps are too small for their rated value.
So you use a larger cap. So most cap data sheets, if they're a decent cap, will have graphs that show you at this temperature, at this voltage, here's the graph to show you what the capacitance are going to be. I mean, I deliberately haven't moved down to 0201 caps anywhere yet, because all the caps that I'm using right now are pretty close to what I need them to be at 0402. There's variation obviously depending on so many external factors, but yeah, the smaller the package, the harder it is to get a cap that'll be rated for exactly what you want it to be at a broad enough range without either paying an absolute fortune for them or yeah, without going up in size. So, but you can also offset that by adding multiple capacitors, right? So, okay, I am all over the shop with my placement. That's okay. Let's put a crystal. Oh, there's two crystals. I just picked up two crystals. One was stuck to the bottom, upside down. Great, now it's taken off most of the paste. Oh, there'll still be enough paste left. Okay. Slow going, folks. Sorry. If I had a robot to do this, it'd be so much faster. I should buy a robot that puts parts on PCBs. What do you think? Anyone know of any good ones I can buy? Yeah, these are 100k resistors. I generally don't use 10k resistors on boards. I use 100k if I can get away with it. Can be a little bit more susceptible to noise, but also less current. Excuse me. Actually, I just realized that is not supposed to go there. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. That one goes there. It's 442. That's for the double reset. Get into UF2 bootloader mode. Okay, this is the VBAT sense, those two voltage divider. And we have this resistor is for the charging rate, 3.3k. And now we have the V-bus sense voltage divider. Okay, and I missed a 0.1 microfarad cap over here.
Wagon Load says, I mean, is there a chart that says a 805 cap can't have a value higher than XF?
Sorry, does it mean the chart that says a cap can't have a value higher than... well, not that I know of specifically. I mean, there are just some values you can't, like, I've never seen, like I've got some 0402 10 microfarad caps. I've never seen anything, maybe I've seen 22 microfarad, but that's about as big as you can get on an 0402. And they're not rated great, like you really struggle to get that level. Ooh, emptying. So, oops, I just sent a whole bunch of 5.1k resistors flying across my bench. That was a bit silly. Okay, so these are 5.1s for the USB, and I've started using, actually quite a while ago, 5.1s for the LEDs, for the power and for the charge. I used to use...
Intermit Tech says it's also a mix between cost and size. Even if a certain cap exists in a certain size, another size might be cheaper for the same value.
Correct. Could be much cheaper with better specs. But when you're size constrained on a board, you don't have much of a choice. So yeah, I'm using higher resistors now to make my LEDs not as bright, because I had people complaining that like the power LED was too bright and the charge LED was too bright. Obnoxiously bright, in fact, is what I was told. So for a while now I've been putting...
Intermit Tech says very true, but that's all part of doing the actual design. Lots of things to take into account.
100%, Quindo, 100%. In broad terms, what kind of project is best suited to being implemented on FPGA? Oh, that's a really good question. Not for me to answer, for lots of other people to answer. But a very good question. Okay, so, oh my gosh, seriously is like it's not just me having a whinge, it seriously is freezing. Wow. Okay, I'm just grabbing some buttons. Need 3. Three bationis. On. Well, that's a bit tarnished. Duh. And trois. Actually, I'm not going to put that one on yet because I need to get some some stuff in there. I just want to finish off the S3 side. So
Wagon Load says so anything under 1F. I don't have to worry about SMD size in the 603 or 0805 range.
oh no, not at all. They're fine. 0603, 0805, you can pretty much get anything, and they're all fine. It's when you go 0402 or below that you need to start really paying a lot of attention. But that said, if you buy cheap 0603 caps, you're going to get average specs on them. So just be mindful of that. Like you can buy really cheap caps. Okay, let's make sure it's the right chip. You know, most people will look at the caps and they'll look at the tolerance on them, and they won't look at the actual specs in the data sheet to see exactly what they're rated for at what temperature ranges. And the really, really cheap ones are really poor, or can be really poor. Okay, I'll do the RF later. I will put the antenna on though. Okay, so need some LEDs. I need a green LED. Why is it? Interesting. Open that backwards. Okay. Green. Before I forget, so this resistor here is to delay the, no wait, hold on one moment, sorry, I just need to check something. Pinching my mouse. Sorry, it won't be a second. Yeah. Hey, Michael. Are you around, Michael? I have to leave that one for a second. Actually, go here.
Michael says yes.
Hello, Michael. Can you check on your Blizzard board? If you look at the FPGA, the power rails, the 3.3. Let me turn that around so you can see. So the 3.3 and the 1.2. Can you tell me if there's one of them will have a resistor populated and one of them won't? Can you tell me what side the resistor was populated on your board? Because I think I've changed things on this one, and I just want to confirm on yours. So I don't have a Blizzard board here, folks. The only one I built so far with the revision 4, Michael has got. He's been working on some really cool stuff. So one of the reasons I need 3 of these is one for me, one for Michael, and make sure I put these in the right way, and one for someone else, because I don't have one. Okay, I need a blue LED while I'm waiting. actually, one in here. And then open it because some fell out. Okay, blue. Uh-oh. Is that blue wrong? No, it's not. But how funny. So because this is a 6-layer board, and they automatically epoxy fill and cover excuse me, the wires, so I can't see the wires anymore. And because I can't see the wires, I freaked out thinking, whoops, that's not wired up correctly, but it actually is. Okay, so button here. So I did have a sideways button on this spot, but now, so that LED's a little bit close to the button, isn't it? Okay, well I have to move that over for the final revision. Okay, let's get a whole bunch of 0201 resistors on, shall we? This is, yeah. So I need 8. And, yeah, let's see if these go everywhere or not. These are tiny. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, definitely got too many, but that's okay. So can you even see these, the little specks? These are 0201 33 ohm resistors.
David Paul Jones says, do you ever use Eagle CAD anymore?
Nope. And it's also going bye-bye. I got that email from Autodesk saying it is going away, the license, which is pretty shitty because it was a perpetual license I bought originally.
Michael says my board has something unpopulated at the 1.2v reg.
Right, something unpopulated there. Thank you, that's what I need to know. Okay, okay. Thanks, Michael. So I put delay caps for the power rails for both of them, but from my testing I didn't need both. So, because you need to bring up the 1.2 rail before you bring up the 3.3. But it turns out...
Wagon load says ant dandruff.
So what was that? I might have got one of these resistors upside down. Okay. They're really little. Okay, so I need 100. No, okay, I need a oh, I lost my mouse. Almost done, folks. Almost done. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm just all KiCad now. Right. 2.2. Whoop. Okay, keep knocking my mouse. What is going on there? Sorry, I'm just looking at iBomb. Yeah, okay, so I thought so. I need to pull this one off. Cool. I would have delayed the 1.2 rail, and I didn't want to. Okay, just a few more around the FPGA to populate, and then right, where's my oscillator? Bag of oscillators. Oops, as you can see, haven't opened them yet. So, turns out, if you use a really small footprint for oscillators, sourcing 12 megahertz ones is really, really hard and quite expensive. So, total regrets. I don't have room for a large one. So, the crystal here, this 40 megahertz crystal, which looks small, but to me it's big, is a 2520. So 2.5 millimeters by 2. I don't have room here for anything that size, so I've actually used a 1612. So that you can go 2520, then you can go down to 2016, and then there's 1612. Well, this is a 1612, and boy oh boy, was that hard to find. I had to end up getting them from DigiKey, and they're like $1.90 US each, which, yeah. Was there a Discord sound in the stream? Well, maybe. I don't know. No, the bag doesn't change. Hey Max, how you doing?
Internet tech says ouch.
Ouch. Yeah, they're really expensive.
Simon Claus says, I wonder how Adafruit will handle EOL of Eagle if they switch to Kickit or move to Fusion.
Oh, don't know. If they move to Fusion, ugh, terrible. Fusion sucks. For an ECAD tool, it really sucks. Sorry. Not a fan at all. Wow, where are... No. Trying to find my, do I not have any left? My 1515.
Reed Forrest says Fusion Electronics has gotten a much better recently.
Ugh, it's still a dog. It's too slow, too hard to use, too limited. Like, they limit you on number of layers, they limit you on board space. Just limit after limit after limit. So I'm trying to find some LEDs.
Geek says, greetings mortals.
Hey, Quick Study Geek, hello. Hello, Key. Really, it's also relaxing doing it. Kind of. I say kind of, but I need to just make sure that I'm putting my LED on the right way around. Because for those that aren't aware, I built my first run of actual production boards I did on my Juki the other day. I put these RGB LEDs on 90 degrees offset, and that was rather bad. I had to rework every single one of them, hundreds of them. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got that one on the right way. Okay, so there's a few parts I still have to do. Getting very close. Super close. Okay, now I bought a reel of 100 ohm resistors, and it's not here yet. It's coming with my PMOD connectors, and so I don't have 100s. But what I do have, and it's not quite the same, but it'll have to do, is I have 49 ohm resistors. So I'm going to have to use 49 ohm resistors. not 100s. And I actually don't really think I need these resistors at all, but I'm going to put them in anyway. Okay. It's a 2K2. Okay, so that is all of the passives on the FPGA done. All of them on the S3 except for the RF. I need to put the USB connector on. And I need to put the FPGA on. I'll do the USB last. I'll get the FPGA. We'll put that on.
Wagon Load says, can you put two 220 ohm resistors on top of each other?
I could, but I don't have any 220s. So it's kind of the same problem. And putting them on top of each other would be rather problematic at this scale. Make sure this goes on the right way. It's our ICE40. So, USB connector and RF. I should do the RF. Like if I just put 0 ohm resistors on the RF's not going to work very well at all. It will work if I put my S3 matching components on, but, I say but, they, but it's not really optimally tuned. So, but for this purpose, I think it'll be okay. So I need to get these components out. That's one of them. I might as well just put it on. It's a 1.5 nanohenry inductor. I started using multi-layer inductors instead of where's 111? Yeah, instead of using wire-wound inductors. So the downside is their Q factor is lower, so you will get a slightly worse strength, strength way of calling it. You'll get more dB loss out of it, but the advantage is that they are a broader frequency. So the bandwidth is not as tight as you get on a wire round, which means you cover the whole Wi-Fi frequency better from them, which is important. So I'd rather have 2 or 3 dB extra loss on my RF, but be able to handle channel 6 up to channel 12 much better than be super focused on channel 9 and have degraded performance on 6 and 12, if that makes sense. So they're also, another big advantage to them is they are considerably cheaper, and because they're not plastic, they don't melt if you rework them, which to me is a really important thing. Nearly done. I am nearly done. I'm just placing the RF components, then the USB, and then we reflow. I have 2 RF components to place. It's one of them. Excuse me.
Wagon Load says wider range makes sense to me.
Yeah, for this type of purpose, like with these boards, you know, you stick them on your desk, they degrade. You put them near a computer, they degrade. You plug something into them, they degrade. Like everything you do on it is going to degrade the Wi-Fi performance anyway. Like the radio performance, or not the performance. Okay, it'll degrade the performance. It's going to detune it. It's going to do all sorts of things anyway, right? So it's impossible to have it perfect. So if I can't have it perfect, I want it to be as wide as possible to work for as many situations as possible. So on my current range of S3 boards, my P7s, they are less broad, which is why people have issues at lower channels sometimes. So my new P8 ones that are using the Johansson with the new matching stuff is designed to be much wider. Okay, USB connector and done. Okay, that's the board done. Now, the challenge is going to be the hot plate can't reflow the whole thing at once. It's going to have to be shifted along. Maybe I'll get the big hot plate.
Wagon Load says don't sneeze when you carry the PCB to the oven.
No, I'm not gonna. Well, I'm not gonna put it in the oven. I'm gonna just hot plate it. Whoops! I'm gonna hot plate it half at a time. Because why not? I'm feeling risky.
Geek says this is now how I expected the Juki PNP to work.
Okay. I wonder if you'll be able to see this. Maybe. Yeah, this is going to be a challenge because it hangs off a bit. So I have to somehow hold it on the board. Oh, that's out of focus for me. I'm going to have to hold it on the board. Hang on 1 second. I can't use a thing to turn this on, but I'm going to use my phone. Okay.
Intermit Tech says still number 10 centimeters x 10 centimeters hot plate. TSK, I use that thing so often.
I love it. It's the best thing ever.
Geek says you are allowed to clean the hot plate, right?
I do clean it. That's a lot of that stuff baked up. I've destroyed the surface. Over here, okay, that's flux. Sure, some of it's flux from yesterday. But I've actually destroyed the surface of it. I've used this so much that, yeah. Okay, so up to 140. Go. It's probably not in focus. Sorry, folks.
Intermit Tech says no. I meant get a $50 10 centimeters version already.
Oh, 10. Oh. I bought one of those and it was terrible. It overshot by like 80 degrees. Can you send me a link to one that you think works reliably? I got one of those blue ones. It was about the size of the 3D print on this. And it overshot really, really bad. Yeah, here we go. The flux is not good. Just gonna have to jab some things a bit. Yeah, the flux is dried out a little bit too much, I think. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna bump the temperature a bit. I did say this was gonna happen. Oh no. I might have to add some more flux to some of this.
Geek says melty.
Yeah, I did warn everyone this paste was on its way out. Oh well, nothing like a bit of extra flux between friends. It's all water based, so I can clean it nice and easily. Yeah, a little bit in here. Okay. See, once you put the flux back on, it reflows nicely. So as I said, bit at a time.
Photochromax says, can't you use your Reflow Master with one of those cheap heat pad?
Well, I can't use my Reflow Master Pro right now because funny enough, I'm out. Oh no, whoops. I'm out of Reflow Master Pros and I sold mine. Unfortunately, I oversold. People over-ordered because of me having stock split across different websites, and so I had to actually sell mine. So I've got more panels coming. They're on the way. And I'm going to have to make myself another one. So how funny is that? Okay, almost done. I could have used leaded paste. I should have just used leaded paste. Oh well. I really don't like these green LEDs. Okay, I think we're
Wagon
good.
Load says, can you put a larger plate on top of the hot plate to match the dimensions of the PCB?
It'll affect the heat too much, I would think. Okay. Turn that off before I burn myself. Turn that off. Okay. So the board is done. Now, it's not going to just plug it in and work. I'm going to have to do a bit more work now. Hey, Christos. Yeah, you always bring that up, don't you, Christos? I wonder who's going to buy a Reflow Master Pro. Yes, I've sold a few of them. So I'm just moving the windows back. My chat window and the OBS window.
Geek says, remember, hot things are hot.
Hot things are hot. They are. But just very quickly, hopefully, whoops, you can see that. There's the board, and I think everything is, can't see, out of focus, magnifying glass. I think everything is good. I mean, there's lots of flux to clean off, but that's okay. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I got the crystal on the wrong way, the oscillator. Shit. Oops, excuse my language. I got a funny feeling I put that on back to front. Oh well, we'll find out soon enough. I can always fix it. Okay, I'm back in front of my desk. Oh, is it coffee time? Oh my god, it's cold. It's actually warmer where I was building the boards, because it's in the corner and I just had the the hot plate on. What? Who has to hack what firmware? Oh, okay. Okay, so let's switch to here. It's me. So I need to get some stuff on it. That will possibly be a fun challenge. Okay, first thing we want to do, I'm not even going to beep it, I'm just going to plug it in and see if it lights up. Okay, well, firstly, the red LED is actually orange. That's interesting. And the orange LED should be flashing and is not. Where is my multimeter? Did I leave that downstairs? I might have put my multimeter downstairs. Okay, going for another trip downstairs, folks. Should I make a coffee? Should we do a break? How long have we been going for? 1.5 hours. Is it coffee break time? While I find my multimeter. Yes, coffee, says Graham. Coffee, yes, yes. Pee time. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh no, Quicksilver's gotta go. Bye, Quicksilver Geek. IoT coffee machine. That'd be
Geek
good.
says good night.
Good night. Have a good sleep. Okay, I'm gonna go coffee break. Back shortly. Okay, I'm back. And I have hopefully a coffee mug that'll keep it warm. Ah, yum. Putting it down. Ah, yummo, yummo. Okay, I've got my multimeter. I don't need to beep this out under the camera, do I? I just want to okay, go to volts, ground. Okay, so 5 volts, getting 4.5, that's a little low. 3.3 volts is 3.2, 8. Battery charging 4.2. And then on the FPGA side, which should be off, 0.77. I wonder if it's enumerating. Let's find out. I mean, there's no magic smoke, so that's maybe a good thing. But, you know, I might have already fried it. So ls/dev b star. Good. Now if I put it into download mode. Ooh, okay. It's not going into download mode. Oops. Okay, so it's not enumerating. Well, I wonder what I've done. I mean, the S3 side should just work. I need to go back to the microscope. Let's have a look. We'll start with the USB current meter. If I knew where mine was. Okay, so that one. Can have a look. Under the microscope. See if I can see anything obvious. It goes on the right way. Can't see any shorts. Yeah, interesting. I got those the right way round. Yep. Yep. So I'm just looking through. I can't see chat right now. Everything looks fine. I mean, I think maybe that crystal's on back to front, but, and I should probably flip that, and I will now. And I don't know if that shouldn't affect anything. That's on the the FPGA 3.3 volt side. I guess it could be. So I'm just heating that up again. I guess I could be shorting this. Pin 1 is down the bottom here, and I think I've got pin 1 up top. Waiting for that to heat up. Where's my coffee? Mmm. Yum. Hot. Making my nose run. Okay, 190. Go, go, go. Slip and sliding. Okay. Can't see anything else. That's wrong. The charge I see is not reflowed right. Maybe? I don't know. Looks fine, really. Okay. Take it off. I mean, hopefully that's it. Hopefully it's the crystal, the oscillator, sorry. And if it's not, well, I don't know. I can pull the ICE 40 off. I can pull the ICE 40 off if I need to, or I can, you know, I don't think it's that. I mean, nothing between my designs, like the R4 and R5, there was really minor changes. So, oh, left my mouse. Okay. Okay, now the LED is flashing like I expect. So it could have been, let's see if it enumerates. So literally it could have been that. But no, it's still not enumerating. Slash div slash Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Slash dev slash cu.usb star, and there it is. So it's enumerated. Oh, Dave's going, catch you later. Okay, so the board is booted, it's enumerated, yay. So do I have ESP tool installed now? Because no, oh shivers. Pip install. Pip install ESP tool -v. No, actually. -v ESP tool equals 4.2. That's what I want, 4.2. So I reinstalled all the Python stuff yesterday, and I haven't reinstalled ESP tool. It's going to want me to re-log in. No? Interesting. Okay, and is that the right...
Michael says ftool.py.
Yeah, I forgot about that. 4.2. Well, there you go. I need to flash the UF2 bootloader on here, the special one. Okay, so ESP tool. Anyone read that? ESP tool.py. Is it /port /dev cu.usb modem right flash 00 and the file is, where did I put it? Oops. Downloads combined.bin. Okay, this should put Michael's fancy UF2 bootloader on it. Okay, and if I reset it, yeah, baby. So the board is booted into, see the green LED? It's booted into UF2 bootloader mode, which means I should have, excuse me, BLIZZARDS3 boot. Wish I could make Finder bigger, but I can't. So we have BLIZZARDS3.
Michael says I sent Blinky on Discord.
I know you did, but Blinky with which I/O? Because the I/O's changed for the LEDs. Remember, I've moved them over to the RG and B pins. Oh, you did it for the new board. Ooh, okay. So Michael has. Okay, new downloads. So this is how you flash the board. I'm just going to hold this here. Hopefully this will work. So I'm in UF2 bootloader mode, right? And I just downloaded a .bin file. Right, so it's just drag and drop where I can put CircuitPython on, do whatever we do, but I can now grab Blinky internal and I can copy it on to the folder. It's a .bin, it's gateware. And as I put it there, it did nothing, Michael. We haven't tried this on a Mac yet. Michael's tried it on Linux and Windows.
Michael says rename it.
Oh my god, of course. I'm an idiot. What are we calling it? What's it after? No. It's fine. That was my fault. I got too excited. Did you do the long file names? Did we call it bitstream.bin? Or is it fpga.bin? Okay, bitstream. Bitstream.bin. Sorry, it looks for a particular file name. Okay, try that again. Bitstream.bin. Oh, look at that! FPGA. Bitstream flashed. So we're still in bootloader mode. You can just sit here and just keep putting bitstreams onto your FPGA while you're in this mode. But if you want, you can boot into CircuitPython, into Arduino, whatever else, and then you can use the libraries that we'll provide to also do it. But if you like to send it, but if you want to copy it on, you go into this mode, right? So I can now reset the board. Actually, so resetting the board is going to get us back in bootloader mode, but I'll do it. And that file is now, I'm just going to hit reset. Okay, it's reloaded the board. Oh my god, that's going through the back of the board. The green one. It's going through the... They're super bright. They are really bright. Anyway. Okay, let's put CircuitPython on. Ah, right. I don't have a Blizzard CircuitPython. I destroyed it. I've only got a... I don't even have a... Oh no. Hang on. I can copy it off a test jig. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna have to boot a test jig. So, funny story. The other day, I destroyed 2 of my 3 test jigs. When I say destroyed them, I trying to solve this USB reset thing that I have all the time, and well, the build will take long because I can't build. I'm going to put Tiny S3 on it, but I need to get the firmware. So I installed I reforked CircuitPython yesterday, and I'm unable to build firmware. I've posted on the Adafruit Discord server. It's a bit frustrating. Anyway, I was trying to fix this USB thing, and I thought I'd be smart and update the firmware, Raspberry Pi firmware on my test jigs because they were quite old, and destroyed 2 of my 3 because there wasn't enough room on the SD card. So I had to rebuild them, and in rebuilding them, unfortunately, I lost my Blizzard firmware. Okay, so I need to, what do I need to do? I need to go remote SSH. This is number 2. Okay, let's see if this even works. This should let me get onto my test jig. Backups. No, because it didn't matter. I've got the files that I can rebuild it, but for some reason I can't rebuild CircuitPython. It's showing me an error. No, later. It's showing me an error, and I've posted it to the Adafruit Discord, and they don't know why it's not building. It's a bit annoying. Oh, why did that pop up? Oh, I had that already open. How funny. Close that. Oh, what are you doing? Stupid Visual Studio Code. These pop-ups in Visual Studio Code are so annoying. Okay. Who's going? Andy's going to sleep. Good night, Andy. Okay. Come on. So if I go to firmware... Oh, can I copy it off? That's interesting. CircuitPython. Can I actually copy this out of there? Oh, maybe I can't. Maybe into there I can. Oh, here we go. No? What's that done? Oh, didn't like that. Okay, let's copy it to somewhere else. I'm going to copy it to my desktop because I've got so much shit on here. Okay. Oh no, it's not. It's not copying the file. Okay, I'm going to have to SCP to it. That's annoying. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I'm going to go SCP Pi at Raspberry Pi 2.local test jig firmware Tiny S3 circuit Python, I think, slash firmware.uf2 to here. Yay! I got that right. How bizarre is that? How did I get that right? Okay, new. My home folder, and there should be a firmware dot. God, look at all the crap that's in here. Firm. No. Where did I put it? Oh, here. Okay, this should be my tiny... Okay, so that's copying. Oh, that was copying, and now it's rebooted. Oh, it disappeared. Okay, so that's still flashing. And... oh, it's come up no name. So the folder's come up no name. CircuitPython 8.1 on TinyS3. So there's no code.py or anything on here because it didn't go through a test jig. But it's come up no name. I don't know why. And as you can see, the bitstream's there and it's still running. But I'm now in CircuitPython. So I can actually, if I put that down...
Michael says since the loader created the partition, CircuitPython didn't do its own initialization.
Loader created the partition. What do you mean, the loader? Anyway, we can talk about that. Got your whopper, fit them in all the component. It's working, but not Wi-Fi. What board did you get with it? So I can go screen /dev/cu.usb modem 115200, and I'm in the REPL. Like I'm on CircuitPython in here, yet the FPGA is still going, and that happens on boot. It sends a bitstream, just like it'd be coming off the flash for the FPGA. So that's success. That's working. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Now, I mean, what else? God, they're so bright. Can you tone those LEDs down? I mean, I can put. I don't want to put my own resistors on. There are. You should be able to control though. Anyway, whatever. Sorry, I'm just blinding myself. I got to turn that off. So it was the crystal the wrong way round. Sorry, not the crystal. The oscillator. I keep calling it a crystal. Why is this not turning off? Thank you. Sorry, I just turned off the save my life thing. So that was, yeah, the oscillator was on the wrong way around. God, that is really bright. There wasn't series just on those LEDs. No, no, there isn't, because the FPGA has 3 RGB, like a red, green, and blue channels on a like a sync. What would you call it? I can't think of the name. Hang on. Do I have it open? Where's the data sheet? I might not have it open. I've got a lot of Juki names open.
Speaker says use the newer make to fix your build problem.
Use the newer
Wagon Load says can you add user-defined brightness control in the code?
Yeah, the current sunk pins. Well, there's not code. There's no code Wagon Loads. It's FPGA. But yes, they can be controlled, I believe. I don't have. Oh, how I knew I do. I want to go test the special sync controller. Okay, right. Yeah, so Michael doesn't have this board. Michael's version of the board doesn't have the LEDs connected to the same pins. So he's just turning them on and off. But yes, you can control them in the gateway. You can do that. Are you sure, Bruce? Because so what's interesting is I can build everything except there's one file. It's display.io that has in the bitmap thing. it can't find a SDK.config, but everything else is building. Well, it's not really effectively PWM, I don't believe. Yeah, SDK config.h. I don't believe it's PWM. So we can have a look. So here's the manual. So what am I looking for? Oop. And why is that? Oh, that's right. Why is that not letting me search? No. High current, no. Here we go. So the RGB high current, they can each sync up to 24 milliamp current. They're open drain. That's what I was looking for. Open drain outputs. The current LED, the positive supply. These three outputs are designed to drive the RGB LEDs, such as service LED, blah, 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 blah. The RGB drive current is user programmable from 4 milliamps to 24 milliamps in increments of 4 milliamps. Oh. Catch you later, Yumbo Prime. Oh, you're saying no. Cheetah Kid, bye. Catch you later, Cheetah Kid. So yeah, you can set what they are. So it's not PWM, or I don't know how it does it internally. You're just setting the current. Yeah, I worked that out, Yumbo Prime. Thank you. So in my slightly newer revision of this board, which I probably won't do, the RGB LEDs, I've actually got them in an RGB LED, not an addressable one, but a common anode, little tiny LED. But I think I prefer it having individual LEDs because they're more useful. If you want RGB control, specifically like to make yellow or purple or whatever, you've got the ESP32S3 onboard LED that you can be using instead. Yeah, I went through their learn guide, Bruce. Like I went through all the instructions. Oh, hang on. Okay, that's a different. When did that one? When was that posted? The Mac OS setup one. Yeah. Okay. I'll try that after the stream. Thanks, Bruce. Because I need to be able to rebuild for this. Excuse me. Right, the three individual LEDs can be three unique different things, right? Where if I conform them all into one RGB LED, for instance, you couldn't say the red LED flashing means one thing and the blue LED on means another, because what you'd get would be blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, which isn't the same, right? So I think I'm going to keep them as individual LEDs. And that was really the only other change that allowed on the R6 board. Because I moved things around and made them one little LED, I had room to put a bigger oscillator. Which would have saved BOM cost and made it easier to source them. I don't have room for a bigger oscillator on the board if I keep this layout here, but that's okay. That's I think I can live with that. Cool, Bruce. Okay, I'll give it a go. Thank you very much. No one mentioned that on the Adafruit Discord, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, well, we have success. So the plan now, I need to build 2 more of them while I've got all the parts out. Michael, I'll send one to you. So I do have some PMods here, as I said. I've got like a DVI PMod, and I could have got DVI out of this thing today. Can it be programmed with Ice Storm open source? Well, it is, yes. But to be clear, you build your gateway with Ice Storm, yes. You can't flash the FPGA directly, like with Make, okay? Because you don't have access to do that. The FPGA is connected to the S3, right? If you want to flash the FPGA, you do it like I showed. You reboot into the UF2 mode, and you copy your bitstream on that way. There are no pins or FTDI or any way that you can get to the FPGA to flash it directly, and there's no flash connected to the FPGA. Oh, there's something I didn't mention. Catch you later, Ray. Excuse me. So there's no flash on the FPGA connected to it. So the bitstream comes from the ESP32, right? It's stored on the ESP32's flash. So this is not the same as flashing and working on a dedicated FPGA board. Yes, the thing I didn't mention is on the back, there is PSRAM pads. And I guess technically you could put flash there, but it's not flash that you store your bitstream on. It would be flash you could use to store things if you wanted to. So the plan is that the board will ship not with the PSRAM attached, right? For those that want the PSRAM, well, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Like if I'm going to end up doing a fully double-sided board, like making these as a double-sided board with the PSRAM on the back, increase the cost of manufacturing quite a lot. And for people that don't want or don't need the PSRAM on the back, then that's just a waste that they're spending money on something they don't need, right? So the plan was that if someone wants PSRAM on the back, they can just put PSRAM on. There's a cap and a resistor they need to put on, and then that's connected to an SPI bus, to the FPGA, and then you've got PSRAM. Is there a way to drag and drop FPGA config file? What do you mean config file? You mean the bitstream? I don't know what config file means. Yeah, the only way to do it is to drag and drop. It's got to be on the flash, right? In the future, I mean, obviously, once we get closer to the campaign launch or release, we'll include ways that you can, for instance, maybe upload it via a web interface, or upload it via WebSockets or something, right? So you'll be able to get your bitstream onto the S3 flash other ways. But ultimately, the bitstream is loaded onto the FPGA via the boot process of the board. And as long as you don't destroy the boot process, so in Arduino, for the board definition we create, it'll keep that intact. CircuitPython keeps it intact. If you install MicroPython on the board and MicroPython is installed via UF2, not by flashing the binary, erasing flashing, but if you install it via UF2, it'll also keep it all intact and everything will just work, right? Yeah, that's the bitstream file. So the Verilog or VHDL that you write gets compiled into like a bitstream file. It's gateway into a bitstream binary file. That's the file that gets copied over. So normally, like on something like this, which has external flash, you'd connect your USB here. It's got the massive FTDI chip on there, and then you flash it. What it does is it puts the bitstream onto the flash. And then when you boot the FPGA, it says, do I flash attached? Yes, I do. Grab the bitstream, right? And IDF, well, you're on your own with IDF at the moment. It can work, but it's going to need some love, yeah. So that's how you do it with a normal FPGA board right now, is you you do it via a USB which is directly connected to the flash or whatever else. That's not how this is designed to work. The whole point of this is to lower the barrier of entry of working with and understanding how to do stuff with an FPGA, right? It's a microcontroller board that has an FPGA add-on. It's not designed for hardcore FPGA people. Those FTDI chips are huge and very expensive. It's not designed for hardcore FPGA people, although I guess there's no reason why they can't use it. It's designed for microcontroller people that want to play with FPGAs. They don't necessarily have an actual use case for an FPGA, but want to play with FPGAs. So like one of the things that Michael has started working on, no ETA, is a DVI output that goes onto the PMOD, right, of the FPGA side, so you can plug it into a screen, and having the FPGA work kind of like a GPU, where the ESP32, instead of writing out via SPI to a screen or something, it can write out to a television. So TV output via the FPGA from your ESP32, stuff like that, right? Yeah, I've got there's a 12 megahertz, on this version there's a 12 megahertz oscillator connected directly to the FPGA. So you can choose to use that, or you can use the internal clock, which isn't quite as accurate. And the reason I chose 12 megahertz is to keep it compatible with the icebreaker and stuff like that. Yeah. Basically a little bit like the SHA2022 badge. Hey, Art Danyon, I don't know what that is. What that badge is. So there are lots of other hybrid boards out there, right? This is not, I'm not claiming to have invented anything here, but the way this is designed to work is different to the other hybrid boards. You still need some type of tool chain to make your gateware if you want to write your own gateware. But the whole point of this was, so with this board here, if I don't want to use my own gateware, but I still want to put someone else's, let's say someone else has written something for this, and I want to put that on here, I still have to install the toolchain or a chunk of the toolchain to be able to do that, to be able to flash the bitstream on. Okay? So the barrier of entry is still high for someone, even if you don't want to write your own Verilog. The whole point of this was there'll be a suite of bitstreams already made to work with this configuration to do all sorts of different things that you can put on your Blizzard board onto the FPGA side without needing any tool chains or any understanding of how FPGAs work. Okay, you literally go into the mass storage boot mode and you copy the file on. Done. That's all you need to know about flashing or even writing gateware for the FPGA if you want to use someone else's gateware that they wrote for this board. So it's reduced the barrier of entry to 0. Right? And that was the key thing that I was trying to solve with this. If you want to write your own gateware, well, you're going to have to install the iStorm toolchain, whatever else. You can write your own Verilog or VHDL. You can compile it, and then you still just copy it over if you want to copy it over. So this is a different approach to the other hybrid boards that are out there that are an FPGA and maybe an RP2040 or a ESP32C3 or S2 or whatever else. They're both on there and they can kind of talk, but they're designed to be separate. You work on the FPGA and you work on the ESP or the RP2040, and it's like having two boards. So you still have to do all the FPGA stuff for the FPGA, whether you want to or not, whether you know how to do it or not. It's a steep learning curve. This is designed to be different. This is an FPGA for the microcontroller crowd. And I'm the target market on this. I got a tool chain going, but at the end of the day, I'm interested in playing with what the FPGA can do, not so much with necessarily writing my own Verilog to do things, right? You know, I want to build a community. The reason I'm going open source with the board and doing a crowdfunding campaign, I want to build a community around it where there are a bunch of people writing really cool things for the Blizzard to do, and having the bitstream data shared so other people can grab the bitstream, drag it onto the drive, and they're done. That's it. They don't have to worry about any of that other learning that's involved. So that's the aim with the board. Now, will that be successful? I don't know. Is it dumbing it down too much? I don't know. You can still write your own Verilog or whatever. They have a boot mode where you can start MicroPython or FPGA programs in a UI on a display. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, as I said, there's lots of things out there. Can it do multiple bitstream files, like having C code to do something like... No. It doesn't happen at the bitstream level. Sorry, at the user code level like that, no. You're still thinking programming. If there's it looks for a bitstream file on boot. Would you be able to send a bitstream file via your code? Sure, but we don't have support for... It's not designed to be a disk drive full of all your bitstream projects. Right, if you don't want the bitstream data to load on boot, I guess technically you could have... Actually, no, we're blocking that out, aren't we, Michael? I don't think you can. No, Bruce. The intent is you don't use this to store all of your bitstream files, right? You don't have like, oh, here's 10 different projects, here's 10 different bitstream files all in the flash. There's not enough space for it. We don't like, no, that's not what it's designed to do. If you want to stream the bitstream data in from the internet, I guess maybe you could do that if you wanted to. You will be able to send it to the FPGA. That's right, your program can do it if you really wanted to, but I don't think we're going to be storing them, are we? I thought we were only storing the one, we decided. Let me tell you, what Michael set up to be able to upload the bitstream and have it stored and send was not trivial at all. And it only works. Well, it's not going to work on any other FPGA if you try to put that code on there, because it needs 8 meg of PSRAM to be able to do it. Or it needs a matching amount of PSRAM to your flash size. So, yeah, it was not a trivial thing to do this. But the point is, it looks really simple, right? And that was the whole point of it. We want it to just be really easy to use. But that's masking a very difficult implementation. So, no, it's not 8 meg to load 100k bitstream. It's the whole UF2 bootloader is not designed to copy anything other than UF2 files. Meaning a FAT file, which is what the bitstream is. So, yeah. It's quite complex. We can go into that another day. But, yeah. You think of it and go, really simple. How hard could that be? Well, quite hard. Quite hard indeed, actually. Or the flip side is, to make it easier, we would have had to make it harder other ways. Like, if you want to copy your bitstream on, well, you have to convert it to a UF2 file first. And that's just an extra step, which means an extra bit of tool you need to install on your machine to be able to do that, right? Catch you later, Reed. The whole point was you don't need anything. You got the board, you got a file you download off the internet, you copy it on the drive, you're done. That's it. No installing anything. That was the task. So, yeah, as I said, that wasn't trivial. I keep looking at these LEDs. They're doing my head in. Okay, so, oh my God. My hands. And this cup hasn't kept my coffee hot. It's warm. It's warmer than my hands. Okay, so I don't have timing on when this crowdfunding campaign is going to happen, or even when I'm going to launch the announcement page or whatever it is. Next project? No. There's a lot of work to do on this now. I mean, apart from the fact I need to build a couple of boards, there's a lot of work that has to happen to get this ready for a campaign. I have a vacuum glass mug. Haven't managed to break it yet. A vacuum glass mug? You mean the double wall glass mug? Is that what you mean? I've got those, but they just also don't keep it very hot. Not for long. Not when it's freezing here. I wanted to get one of those good electric, not electric, the heated, the mugs that you get that are powered, that heated, but the apparently good ones are so expensive. I'd like to see it used for remote controlling automated lab equipment. Okay, why would you need an FPGA to do that though? Yeah, that's what I meant, electric mug. But there seem to be lots of cheap ones that are crap, and the ones that apparently are that are reviewing really well are like hundreds of dollars. Put it on your hot plate. Yeah, not a bad idea. Why would you need a Blizzard to do that? That's the point. I can't think of many use cases or any use cases for an FPGA for my projects that I wouldn't just do on a microcontroller. And why wouldn't you just do control your automated equipment from your microcontroller? What specifically about an FPGA do you need to do that? Anyway. But if you do, if you work it out, Wagon Lays, that'd be great. If you've got a plan that you think you need an FPGA for. Look, badge on the hacker camp in the Netherlands that try the same thing, get people into the FPGA world. Well, there are stacks of people that have done similar. Mate has the good one and loves it, but only justified in his discount when working it out. Right. Yeah, they're just post to DVM reading to MySQL. Yeah, the Ember mug. Yeah, that was... The original Ember mugs weren't great, apparently. They were a bit shoddy, but the latest ones, but they're so expensive. So I'm just looking up that badge. But as I said, there are lots of things out there that have that have done similar similar hybrid stuff. It's not new, but yeah, I'll have a look through. I've got to say though, that website, their web designer needs to be shot. Oh my god, that is really bad on the eyes. Anyway. Okay. I also have to fire up the Juki, and I have to keep editing that video, and I have to make more boards, and I have to go for a jog and warm myself up, and maybe go get some food. So, thank you all for joining. It's going to be a quicker stream today, not a 4-hour one. Yay for a working board. Sorry I scared everyone, including myself, with the oscillator upside down. The year 2000, it's not 2000, it's more like 1990, but anyway. And Simon's got to go to bed. So if Simon's got to go to bed, we all have to stop now. No, I'm just kidding, Simon. Thanks everyone for joining. And digital measure, what? Yeah, it was good, Keen. I hope you don't get... Wait, when's I supposed to be on site today? Death Shaker! Hello! Later, Quindor. Thanks, everyone. I'm going to ramble. I'm going to stop rambling. Have a great week. And hopefully, by the end of the week, I'll have this first Juki video up. And then I'll start just posting stuff whenever, all the time. So, Bye. Catch you later.